everyone, welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. The video you're fixing to watch was filmed during the coldest part of this Arctic freeze here in southeast Louisiana. And what we're going to show you is how well our chickens did. And they did this outside. They roosted outside, they stayed outside, no heat lamps. We didn't use any of that. But I am going to talk to you about how I kept underneath their roosting poles warm by composting beneath their roosting poles. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what you did with your chickens. Guys, I got down to 19 degrees here 3 days in a row, and our chickens did amazing. So please enjoy the video. We're just going to walk you through some of the very simple things that we did to prepare our chickens and keep them safe through this Arctic freeze. You can do this for many types of animals, but our quail stayed outside also with no heat lamps. And we didn't lose any animals, guys. They're none for the worse for the wear. So I hope you enjoy this video. Like I said, please tell us what you did to keep your animals safe through this Arctic freeze. What I'm doing now is I'll come out here with my pitchfork and I'm gonna flip the compost that stays under my chickens because they make the best compost in the world, guys. I'm flipping this for a couple of reasons. I feed them whole oats, husk and all. Now, whatever oats they don't eat tend to find their way into the compost and sprout. So what I'm doing this morning in 19-degree weather is breaking up the permafrost on top of the compost, flipping it so that the heat that's underneath it in the compost pile itself begins to radiate out so they can walk on that, warm their feet up. Now, like I said, I've opened up their pen. They can free range, but they're staying a bit close to home today, and I don't blame them. It's pretty cold, but this is going to give them some sprouts to eat. They're going to find the red wigglers that have gone deep, any bugs that are bedded down in this, and it's going to put off an ambient heat, especially underneath their roosting poles. So that's another thing that you can do to keep your chickens warm in the winter is you put a tarp up top, one to block the north wind. You put their roosting poles and you compost underneath. I'm telling you, I'm standing right here where they roost, and it is warmer here than when I step out there into that direct sunlight. And I believe the reason why is all the compost underneath them that is making puts off a heat, and that comes up, it gets trapped underneath this tarp, trapped right there by that tarp, and it warms this area up a few degrees warmer than it is everywhere else. And the ladies don't mind. They don't mind at all. They're finding all kinds of goodies in this. And one of the ways that animals keep their body heat up, like humans, not only eating, but moving. Moving is a big thing. You know that. You can exercise. You get out here like I'm doing right now with this pitchfork, and I'm not near as cold as I was 10 minutes ago when I walked out here. So give them something to do. Let them work, even through the cold. I know a lot of people like to coop them up in the chicken houses or keep them in an enclosed area with heat lamps. Guys, you don't need that. It's 19 degrees out here. It's not going to get that much warmer today, but these chickens look amazing. All right, you just need to provide what they would have in nature. They'll take care of themselves. Give them every opportunity to be able to get out of the cold, get out of the weather. They'll take it if they want, but you don't necessarily have to force them into a coop because it's below freezing. What we did do in the evenings was pick up their watering bowls, bring them into the shop. That way, when the temperatures got really low at night, they were already in an area where the wind couldn't get them. Now, the shop is uninsulated. So what we did was brought the bowls in, got whatever ice was in them out, dumped them out, stacked them. First thing in the mornings when we got up, we filled them with water, brought them back out. Guys, your chickens aren't drinking at night. They're roosting. So there's no need to leave any kind of a watering system out there for it to freeze into a chunk of ice, and you have to deal with that the next morning. It's a very simple fix. You bring everything for watering systems back in at night when you're dealing with your chicken and your quail. You put fresh water in it first thing in the morning. As soon as the sun comes up and they're getting off their roost and they're waking up, you bring that water out there and you offer it. Now, if it stays below freezing like it did for a couple of days, that's eventually going to freeze throughout the day. So you just take some warm water out there and pour on top, and that'll cool off. but it takes a lot longer for it to freeze up. So I hope this little bitty tip helps you guys. Just know that you can do this in the Arctic freezes, even in Louisiana. We don't have heating systems for our waters. We're just not equipped like that. So I really do hope all this helps you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe.